Hi, welcome to this short video in the 5 Minutes of Supervision series. My name's Matthew Links and I'm the Discipline Lead in Medicine at Bond University. I'm speaking to you from the land of the Kombumerri people here on the Gold Coast. Today I want to talk about promoting well-being. Learning to be well at work in the healthcare system is a skill. Doctors aren't born resilient or burnt out, but they learn to adapt to the system in ways that are either helpful or unhelpful. This is a key part of the curriculum of learning how to be a doctor. Promoting wellbeing connects to all the aspects of good supervision we've been talking about. It takes place in a supportive relationship. It needs to be learner-centred and depends upon knowing your students and enabling their learning plans. It requires you to gather information, provide feedback on the strategies that students use, and a discussion around wellbeing is an important part of any personal supervision conversation, whether it's at the orientation, in the middle of the term, or at the end of the term. Talking about wellbeing is required, but even more important is that we role model contributing to a healthy work environment and a personal approach to the wellbeing of ourselves and all our team. There will be opportunities throughout a term for you to promote good practices. Students tend to think they're bulletproof and don't necessarily see the need. Your role promoting good practices is really important. As well as promoting good practice, there are opportunities to teach specific skills. Reflection on practice can be based on the what happened, so what, and what next model, but this doesn't deal with the choices that we make about what we reflect upon. Much reflection is focused on the task. You can promote deeper reflection by probing about issues such as the emotional response to a clinical experience, or asking what it tells about ourselves as practitioners or doctors or students. You can role model reflection after, say, breaking bad news conversation by including these aspects. Perhaps breaking bad news to a mother of a young child is something you find particularly difficult. Maybe you have children the same age. There are opportunities to role model deeper reflection or to probe gently in a safe environment about emotions and meaning. There are also opportunities to teach specific skills. One example is cognitive reframing using the ABCDE model. So if something stressful's happened, you can name it and then teach a way of dealing with it. Gently probe as to why is this stressful? What beliefs underlie the reaction? What consequences do these beliefs have? And provide a counter argument and see if you can replace it with a better one. An example might be dealing with an ungrateful or distressed patient as an opportunity to identify that you really do believe that patients should be grateful for the care you give them, and you depend upon this as a reward. As a consequence, you find ungrateful patients get a reaction from you. Perhaps you can understand why a person with a negative history of the health system might react that way and substitute that understanding with a previous belief. It's amazing how often our negative reactions to things that happen in the workplace reflect assumptions about the way people should be or the way the system should be that are not always realistic. Communication skills training has been a way shown to reduce stress, but perhaps communication skills is not where this patient's experiencing stress, this student's experiencing stress. Perhaps it's public speaking or maybe putting in cannulas. In any case, targeted skills training at a stressful skills deficit requires a personalised approach, but it's a very powerful way at reducing stress. Working smarter is also a great way of reducing stress, and as supervisors you can have a key role monitoring, giving feedback, identifying priorities or suggesting options for workplace practices. You can also model a reflective approach to your own work practice. An example might be having a discussion about how a student prepares for ward rounds, how they manage their notes and how that might improve. These sorts of changes can make the whole process of being on rounds less stressful for all. Now, given the underlying cause of much of the workplace stress we experience is from problems with the system, it's also appropriate to identify stresses and use it as an opportunity to teach system improvement skills. This promotes an improvement mindset. You can encourage advocacy skills, and you never know, a student may come up with a suggestion for improvement that makes your practice easier. Now, one major type of stressor is a critical incident, and my rule of thumb is if someone on the team is distressed by an event, they all could be, and that includes me. So a critical incident is a real learning opportunity. Students are present, often bystanders at these events, and they're easy to overlook. Key steps are to frame the incident as learning, acknowledge emotion, and offer to connect and support, as well as role modelling a way that you can cope. So this brings to an end this short video. The key points that emphasise that learning to be well is a key part of the curriculum. You need to talk about it and walk the walk as well. You have a key role promoting good strategies and ability to teach specific skills like the ABCDE model, and critical incidents are a powerful learning opportunity. Remember that advocacy and system improvement are also responses that can reduce the stress overall. I hope this was a helpful guide to promoting wellbeing. Here are some journal resources you might find useful. Feel free to check out our other resources on Vimeo or YouTube. As a supervisor, what you do teaching your students to be well and thrive in the healthcare system is probably one of the most important lessons you can provide. Good luck.